Hey BC, it's Greeno. I hope everybody's doing well. It's Wednesday. Felt like making a video here, do a update. Still staying out of the shops. I did go in last weekend, hit one just real quick, grabbed a couple things, and traded some stuff in. So show a little bit of that and stuff rolling in the mail. But basically trying to stay out of the shops right now for the summer. So, alright, gonna jump into it here. What's playing in the background? Sorry about that. What's playing in the background? I've showed this before. Parrish Hall. It's a reissue on a Karma Killer 70s heavy blues. Just loving this. And all thanks to Garner at the Rock and Roll Truck Stop, man. Never heard of that. He showed it. Had to pick it up. It's killer. Finally tracked this down. Renee showed this in one of his awesome metal videos. I hadn't heard of it. Ambush. Firestorm. And it's actually on one of my favorite labels, High Roller. And of course went looking for it, and it was hard as crap to find. Finally popped up on one of the websites I ordered from, and had to pull the trigger. Killer new wave traditional heavy metal. Just not much more to say. It's that retro 80s metal thing, and it's great. Along the same lines, been looking for this for a while, also on High Roller, and it popped up on one of the sites also. I think it was the only copy they had. The Axion Wild Racer. And like I say, also heavy metal, and just that new retro sound, man. That new wave of traditional heavy metal. It's come out in 2013 on yellow vinyl. Really good, man. Canadian, if I remember right. Female drummer. Killer stuff. Kind of out of order here, but oh well. I just kind of threw these together real quick. So much stuff coming out this summer. Reissues, new albums, and it's just like the want list is huge right now. And I actually had this on the want list and kind of passed on it. But when I went into the shop, and like I said, I traded some stuff in, some books and some records and stuff. Got a pretty good deal, so grabbed this. Kyuss, Welcome to Sky Valley. Reissue. These just come out beginning of this week. They reissued the 4 albums. Haven't opened this one up yet. I have another one in here. I've listened to it. When we get to it here, we'll show it. But like I said, I was in there, traded stuff in, and it was like, excuse me, I'm going to go ahead and grab this. If not, I would probably end up grabbing it later on, but went for it. Pre-ordered this a while back and finally come in beginning of the week or so. Haven't opened this yet either. I'm behind on everything. Records, the VC. I'm staying caught up on videos, watching on the phone, on the TV at night before I go to bed. But I apologize, I haven't been commenting enough and all that, but hopefully everything will slow down soon. But we've got the Cadaver live at Antwerp. It's a 2 LP set on Nuclear Blast. Haven't checked this out. Like I said, it just got here, still sealed. And this was limited pressing Lilac is the color, 300. This is number 46 of 300. But really dig Kyuss. Looking forward to checking that out soon. This just came today, and well, another VC member got it. A copy also from the same seller, and I'll let them show it. I won't say anymore. White Wizard, Flying Tigers. This was the last White Wizard I need on vinyl. Love this band. One of the kind of premier new wave of traditional heavy metal bands going right now. Just really good. You got the 80s sound down, sound fantastic. This was from 2011 on Earache. Like I said, this just got here today. Alright, next up, Diamonds, the Bad Pack. Killer cover. Another Canadian band. Female singer. Kind of came across this online. Didn't really know anything about them. I was looking up this whole new wave of traditional heavy metal, the whole scene. And these guys were listed. It's from 2012. It's an indie press. I really kind of wouldn't put it in that vein. It's got some retro 80s sound, metal sound to it, but there's some other stuff going on, and it actually kind of reminds me a little bit of Crucified Barbara, and I hear a little bit of the Nymphs kind of thrown in there, which I think is to do with her voice. But still cool, still metal, but not full on 80s, which is fine, you know. But it's definitely a good score. It's black vinyl. And there was the one label. Like I say, it was that's an indie press, and I found out a good deal on eBay. The seller had a couple of them. Just a few things I'd pulled out that I listened to and heard for a while. Phantom Blue, all-female band. 1989. This is on Shrapnel, and you would kind of see this cover and think Vixen or something like that, and not at all. And when you hear Shrapnel, you know, first thing you want to think is Guitar Slingers. And that's kind of on here, man. This is a really good metal album. And one of the girls just passed away, and I can't remember which one. Michelle Muldrum, I think, was the one that passed away. I may be wrong there. But, like I say, cool album, cool band. And definitely doesn't sound like it looks. I heard this for a while. Volume 4, Sabbath. Had to, just felt like listening to some Sabbath, pulled that out. I grabbed this in that trade. Funny Money, back again. Funny Money, this is from 89. Excuse me, 99, and this was limited to 500. This is number 492. Funny Money was Steve Whiteman's band. He put together, you know, after Kix folded, and they were kind of, you know, played a lot in the Baltimore area, up into Pennsylvania, down into Virginia, or whatever. And it's just kind of a party rock, you know, kind of Kix with less AC/DC, I guess. I don't know how to put it. Good band, but not near as good as Kix, put it that way. But actually, I hadn't heard this forever. I got the CD, you know, back when it came out, and it's better than I remember. Pretty good album, actually. So happy to find that. That came out on Heavy Metal Museum Records, which is that dude's been a seller on eBay for years. He's out of Everett, Pennsylvania, and I guess he put this out. I've never come across anything else on his label. I don't know if he's ever released anything else on that label. Something, couple bucks. I can't remember where I grabbed this a while back. It was in the Impiles. The Innocent. And this is just like a mid to late 60s sunshine pop, I guess you could say, or Karma Sutra. This thing's in like beautiful shape. I found it, like I said, for a couple bucks and grabbed it. And yeah, it's interesting. I dig that kind of stuff from the 60s. I like picking this kind of stuff up when I can find it cheap enough. Alright, next up is the other Kyuss. And it's the debut Wretch. And it's two record set. It's just the album. When did this come out? 91. Yep, 1991. I actually bought this on CD when it first came out, and I don't know, it kind of threw me back then. You know, I mean, coming out of the 80s, listening to metal, you know, thrash and all that, and getting into the punk stuff and the alternative, whole Seattle thing, already into that. Came across this, and I hadn't heard much, whatever you want to call it, stoner, desert rock, whatever you want to call this. And it kind of threw me off a little bit. But, you know, years later, I pull out the CD, and I get it now, and this is awesome. If you've never heard Kyuss, this record's great, and I still want to get, was it Blues for the Red Sun? That album's phenomenal. It's the album that followed this one. But, yeah, Kyuss was a great band, and much, much, much better than Queens of the Stone Age, in my opinion. Just my opinion. I don't get the fascination with Queens of the Stone Age, but that's cool, you know. But I knew where he came from Kyuss, who was a freaking fantastic band. But really cool that, you know, those are out and they're affordable. You know, they're like $20. The first one was $25 because it's a double. So I know the originals go for crazy money. Next is just something pulled out to listen to. Platinum Iceman. And this one's all beat up here on the corner. I don't know if you can see that. It's a black cover. This came out in 1990. And I believe they were, this is on a German label, but I believe they were American, but I can't remember now. But really good metal, just, you know, from that era, just really kick ass. I have another, you know, like near mint copy of this. I found this somewhere for real cheap because the corner was all boogered up. Just got crushed pretty much. So, but the vinyl's like perfect, so I went in and grabbed it. Just kind of pulled that out to listen to it. Hadn't heard it for a while. Next, Battle Brat. I think they were out of New Jersey. One of the great goofy covers, 80s metal album covers, you know. It's just, what the hell is that? 1988. And again, just good metal, not as glammy sounding as they look here on the back. Like I say, I think they were out of New Jersey, if I remember right. It's got Garden City, New York, so out of that area, I guess. Cool band. Don't think they released much. Maybe one more, or this might be the only one. I should look this crap up because my memory is shot. Alright, like I said, my memory's shot and I forgot to grab the book. But anyways, I got Metal on Ice. It's a book about Canadian hard rock and metal bands, like in the pretty much in the 80s. You know, Killer Dwarfs, Connie Hatch, and Kick Axe, and those kind of bands. Reading that book got me pulling out some Canadian metal. Excuse me. First up is Psy, Turn on the Fire. And this is on Metal Blade from '85. It's the only thing I've ever heard from these dudes. I'm not sure if they had any more releases or not. Next was Kick Axe, Welcome to the Club. Very cool band. Another Canadian metal band. What year was this? Late 80s, I'm thinking. Ooh, 85, mid 80s. And one of the great Canadian metal bands, Helix, who I think are still going. Still occasionally putting something out. This is Walking the Razor's Edge. Just a classic Helix album. Rock You, Feel the Fire. Just great album. And last here, another one of these cheap couple dollar finds. The Youngbloods, Earth Music. And this thing's like near mint. Just one of those 60s finds. It was cheap. And it's cool listen, you know. like I say, when I find them real cheap and in killer shape, I grab them. And that's pretty much it, other than I was checking out the stems the other day. This is the Anthology, was it 83 to 86? Australian 80s retro garage band, you know, doing that 60s sound. This is on Get Hip, which I love their label, their CDs. Always looks so cool. But this is killer if you dig that retro garage stuff. That you know, there's a whole scene in the 80s of this stuff. And man, these guys are great. I'd never heard them before until coming across this. Excuse me. But nice liner notes in here, and evidently they were pretty big in Australia and just never, you know, did much outside of there, it sounds like. But yeah, I find stuff like this and, you know, makes me think of the rock and roll truck stop. So that's it, BC. Like I said, I just wanted to do a quick video and show what I've been listening to and what's been coming in. And as you can see, I'm way behind, and tonight not much going on. It's raining, so I can't do anything outside, so I'm going to be spinning some of these that I haven't cracked open yet. Hope everybody's doing well. Maybe doing a dig, I'm hoping, coming up pretty soon with another VC member. If everything goes right, we shall see. Alright, BC. Later.